Welcome back, my fellow knights, to a battle for the medieval game of the century. That's right, we're back in Mount Blade Bannerlord. Today I'm bringing you a battle between almost 400 players as the Bretonnians and Coalition forces clash on the open fields. Both teams muster cavalry, infantry and archers and will need to use them effectively to win the day. We start the battle today on the Bretonnian side. Scouts have reported Coalition forces in the distance advancing towards their position. The BRE head towards the Stonehenge in the distance, looking to take shelter and use it as a point to defend their territory. Leading the formation today is Mortanel, followed closely by Castan, who act as the Bretonnian vanguard. Right now, it's unclear where the Coalition forces will be attacking from. All the BRE can do is locate the high ground and begin setting up their defences in anticipation for the assault. A few hours have passed and the Coalition have been spotted. Each house forms up under their respective banner and gets into position. As we move down the Bretonnian positions, I can see Castan, Mouzalon, Montfort there, and right on the far left flank we've got Garamond. As we head into the back lines, we've got Couron there, heading towards the front. In the rear, we have Order of the Lake and Brion in their white axe shields. Holding the Bretonnian right flank, we've got Aquitaine and Mortanel. The Coalition arrive on the battlefield. At the front there, I can see Kingdom of Hordaland in their blue shields. Closely behind them, we've got Kingdom of Franks, and holding the Coalition right flanks, we've got Knights Hospitaller in their black cross shields. The skirmish phase has begun. Archers from both sides fire arrows towards the opposition. The remaining Coalition infantry form up. On the left-hand side here, we've got Almogavers, SVCI, and holding the Coalition centre, Coronis Ibericus. The Coalition survey the landscape. They're looking for weaknesses in the Bretonnian defence. However, that line is very strong with no gaps. It's going to be difficult to pierce through. The BRE cavalry are patrolling the back lines. That's going to make it very difficult for the Coalition to sneak around the back. For now, both sides are keen to sit back and let the archers do most of the work. Let's fast forward to where the action begins. The Coalition cavalry have spotted an opportunity. They race behind the enemy lines, do an extremely quick U-turn and smash into the back of the BRE forces. The Coalition infantry advance, looking to take advantage of the chaos. However, the BRE form up again just in time, and the Coalition decide not to attack just yet. That could have been a mistake. The BRE take advantage of the pause and charge straight into their lines. They say the best defense is an offense, and the BRE have taken that straight out of the handbook. Knights Hospitaller and Montfort are engaged on the BRE left flank here. As we sweep across the field, we begin to see the full scale of this battle. Remember, every single unit we're looking at right now is a real player controlled by a human being. The Coalition are doing a great job stemming the advance. They've got a nice U-shape going on. It's looking very controlled so far. However, Order of the Lake and Mortanel have got behind them, causing havoc in the back lines. The Kingdom of Hordaland have a very strong presence on the centre. Over on the Coalition right, their archers have great flanking shots directly into the side of the BRE. They're going to be racking up a lot of kills from this angle. The BRE cavalry charge in, looking to take some of them out. However, there's still quite a few remaining. Montfort here feel a little overwhelmed by the arrows. They've got their shields up and are easing backwards, trying to get themselves away from those arrows. It feels like the BRE might not have committed enough troops to this battle. They are beginning to lose it. The Coalition are pulling ahead in numbers with about 100 units versus 50 on the BRE side. All is fair in love and war. The BRE hopefully have something up their sleeves to bring this back. As we zoom out, it becomes clear the Coalition just have too many troops now. They're surrounding and destroying the remaining BRE troops one by one. I'm going to call it there, lads. The BRE fought bravely, however, this round is a Coalition victory. Let's move swiftly on to the next round. After that first clash, more BRE reinforcements arrive on the battlefield. The Coalition thought they were facing the main BRE army. It looks like they've got more in reserves. You can see on the horizon there the Coalition forming up. At this distance, they look like ants scrambling to defend their nest. And that's a good analogy because that's exactly how the BRE see them, insects to be squashed. The Bretonnian king Louis Leoncourt does not tolerate coalition barbarians in his land. This assault is to drive them out once and for all. They give the coalition no rest, no respite. The assault begins immediately on the coalition left as the BRE come crashing into the lines. The Bretonnian cavalry get a great charge there. The coalition are also coming into the back to take out those BRE archers. We're only a few seconds into round 2, but the battle is well and truly underway. The BRE mean business. The coalition hold the hill. The lines are clearly drawn as the BRE begin their assault. On the BRE left, Mortenel face off against SVCI. We've got Kingdom of Hordaland archers in the back trying to get pop shots. However, they are firing through their own men, which is going to make it difficult to hit the BRE infantry. For those less familiar with these battles, you can always see where each of the regiments is located by finding their banner. Look down that battle line, you can see each of the troops formed up under their respective flag. Each regiment will have a captain who will be relaying the orders to their men in their formation. The battle rages on and both teams are still looking very healthy on the numbers. It's very even so far. If the Bretonnians truly want to remove the coalition from their lands, they're going to have to fight much harder than this. Cavalry from both sides sweep around the main battle. They're looking to pick off anyone that leaves that blob of fighting. The coalition make a break on this side of the battlefield. They're trying to get the BRE archers. However, they're too well defended. The coalition are forced to fall back as the BRE fire arrows straight into the back of them. This is still an extremely close battle. Normally at this stage we begin to see one team getting ahead of the other, but both teams are still neck and neck in terms of numbers. That said, the Bretonnians do seem to be getting the upper hand. They're forming a semicircle around the coalition, gradually closing them in a nice pincer movement. Having some horsemen left over in these late stages is well known to give you the advantage. Right now, I don't see many coalition cavalry still on the battlefield. The coalition and BRE were neck and neck, but I think the Bretonnians are just pulling ahead ever so slightly. You can see there the coalition are backstepping, the BRE are surging forwards towards them. As the numbers drop, it becomes clear that the coalition are holding on by a thread. It's going to be very difficult to come back from this. The Couron flag seems to be the only one standing now. That is the Bretonnian King's flag. Very symbolic as they've just won the round. Well played to the BRE, let's move on to the next one. We begin the final round on the coalition side. I can see Coronis Ibericus there forming up under their banner. Over on this flank we've got SVCI heading into the fight. In this final round it's looking very precarious for the coalition. They're on the verge of being driven out of the BRE territory. If they don't win this round, that will spell the end of this assault. However, this is just the battle. Whatever happens here, the war will continue. The Imperium Polskie, also known as the IPL, form up on their horses. They're looking very majestic as usual. Right now they're standing back. They're looking to see what the BRE do and match their movements. We normally see them leading from the front. However, for this round, Knights Hospitaller have chosen to defend the back lines. As we survey the landscape, it becomes clear. The coalition forces are heading towards the church in the distance. They plan to use their stone walls to put up a defense and a last stand. If they don't survive the round, that's it. The BRE will take the day. Speaking of the BRE, they arrive close behind the coalition. They're right on their heels. If the coalition don't move fast, they'll get caught out in the open. As the camera pans round, we see that the coalition barely make it into the church in time. As we approach the church, we can see Almagavas forming a shield wall in the doorway. Castan there are waiting for reinforcements before they begin the assault. But that's not the only way in. Let's head round the back of the church to see what's happening around here. I'm not sure what happened, but the coalition are out of position. Most of their forces are in the church, but a few of them get caught on the outside and get cut down by the BRE. They just escape through the doorway. However, in the bottom left there, you can see several of the archers being chased down. That's a very unnecessary loss for the coalition there. It's a victory of sorts for the BRE. They've taken all of the coalition firepower off the battlefield. That leaves the Heremold archers unchallenged as they fire arrow after arrow straight into the coalition lines. They just don't have an answer for it. Let's move to the back of the church again and see what the fight looks like back here. The coalition have turtled up inside of the walls. While it's a strong defensive position, they're not going to be able to win the battle by being defensive alone. Let's move into the church and see what the coalition are up to. A lot of their troops are just milling about with nothing to do until the battle begins. Still no movement at the church entrance, however, the BRE are surrounding them. They're making sure that the coalition stay put. The coalition are well and truly trapped right now. That said, the Bretonnian commander signals the charge. The BRE begin moving towards the church entrance in an attempt to push the coalition back inside. However, the coalition are countering that push. They're also moving, keeping the BRE at bay for now. It's only a matter of time until they break through. At the back of the church here, still no movement from the Bretonnians. Looking outside the church, it doesn't actually look like there's a lot of forces here. The BRE seem committed to the front. The coalition have spotted this and decide to make a preemptive strike. They charge out looking to overwhelm the Bretonnians at the back here, wipe them out and then move around the front to join their allies. Looking at the Bretonnian lines, you can tell that they did not expect this. They're completely unprepared. Look at that Montfort come round from the front. They're just looking to stem the flow of coalition troops any way they can. They're a little bit late to the party, but hopefully that will bring this back under control for them. The Bretonnian cavalry there are coming in from the side looking to take out any coalition units that have ventured too far. Let's move back into the church and see what's happening on the other side. The Bretonnians have well and truly made their way into the church now. A full-on brawl has begun. The BRE do seem to have the slight numbers advantage, but it's not enough yet to call it a victory. Almagavers and Kingdom of Hordaland are trying to hold the entrance desperately outside. However, there are just too many Bretonnian troops attacking them. Those guys go down. Round here, the Bretonnians have fought bravely. The coalitions have been pushed back to the inside. What's left of the Kingdom of Franks have their backs against the wall and they're cut down. The final moments of the battle play out inside the church. This is where Control Point B is situated. To win the day, the Bretonnians have to take it or wipe out the coalition completely. The coalition do look strong. They've still got around 50 units on the battlefield. However, the BRE do outnumber them. Not ideal, but the BRE cavalry come charging into the church. They're just trying to cause some chaos. The tactic seems to have worked. The coalition numbers suddenly drop. I'm going to call it, guys. That's a Bretonnian victory. Well played to both teams. I'm extending an open invitation for anyone watching this video to join the event. All you have to do is join a clan. I personally play for the Kingdom of Hordaland. I'll post a link to our Discord in the description below. You're welcome to join us. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.